Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Anime-Zing Radio here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I'm your host, Doug Engler. Joining me in the co-host seats, as always, are our good friends Miss Angela Rose
Hello, everyone.
and Mr. Darren Starling.
Hello.
Or Darren Sterling, as Angela calls him.
Don't worry, my employees call me more than just that. In the office, had my name spelled wrong. They call me Sterling.
And good evening, John. I hope you have had a wonderful weekend. Happy March to everybody out there. We want to remind everybody that Anime-Zing Radio is brought to you tonight by Home Circle Media for the latest and greatest in anime gear. Everything from pens, pencils, stationery, officially licensed art books, and puzzles, and more. Check out homecirclemedia.com today or look for them at an upcoming convention near you. We're also brought to you tonight by Triple S Lawn Care. If you're in the Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina area and you need great lawn care at a great competitive price, reach out to Darren. Spring is coming. Those lawns are going to start getting crazy. Reach out now so you can get spots in his busy weeks.
Yep.
Tonight, I thought we'd have a little bit of fun. Of course, it's that time of year where you start seeing anime awards from all sorts of ends of the universe. And one that came across my feed, I remember last year that we kind of did a show similar to this, really picking on Crunchyroll's, favoritism awards.
Yup.
Not that they were the best, but they were the most liked because of higher fan bases. And then we jumped to a couple other ones. I don't remember if Anime Corner was one we did last year or not, but they came across my feed earlier this week, so I left the page up and was like, you know what? I think it would be fun to look at that again. And we can see if we agree with the rankings, if we don't agree, if there are things that we thought would change. Give our honest, unbiased opinion based off of shows that won. Now, Angela and Darren have not seen the list. They don't know who won what categories. I did scroll through it, so I'm the only one that's got knowledge ahead of time of the list. So I thought it would be fun just to get everybody's opinion. I've had a busy week at work, so I really haven't read everything. I kind of skimmed through to see who won what. And as you can guess, there were some shows that you figured would be up there, and there were some shows that won that you might not have thought might have had a chance. I know some shows that were on there, at least one of us has watched. And one thing I liked about Anime Corner's format is they don't just give you the winner; they show like all the nominees or like the top X amount of nominees and what percentage of votes they got. So it's not just this show won. If your show didn't win, too bad. You don't get to know how they did. So I say we jump right into it.
Let's do it.
Bombs away.
All right, here we are. Got the and like I said, this is from AnimeCorner.me.
Yep, my former association. I used to be a part of it many years ago.
So you, what can you tell us about Anime Corner? Are they like a legit, up and up place, or is it more fans, or?
It's more fans, honestly, and always has been. Back in the day, there used to be networks on Facebook. High School of Anime Lovers had their own section. That was me. We had Anime Corner, which I eventually became friends with. Then we had a couple others as well. And then we had some people that would later be acquired by Crunchyroll at the time. And then shortly after that happened, the official companies started becoming more and more involved in the stuff, seeing how big some of these pages were getting and how much interaction they were getting. They started to take interest and therefore started coming after us per se with legal stuff. So to salvage, um, basically prevent a DMCA takedown, Anime Corner managed to get in contact with Funimation and was their official partner for a while. And then after Funimation and Crunchyroll and all of them basically started doing their own things, Anime Corner just kind of silently continued on with its own stuff and quit doing show specific pages, which is what we were good at, and started having a small group of people just write articles and do various charts, kind of like anime trending, um, and just little bits here and there.
Okay.
I really am not sure who all's currently running it. I have a feeling I know, but I haven't talked to them in a while. So they are more accurate per se because they have a wider fan base than Anime Trending. Because having seen the stats on Anime Trending before, a lot of it is Philippine based, and Anime Corner is a little bit more global.
I will point out our first comment in the chat. John Knight says yesterday marked the 3rd anniversary of the Funimation and Crunchyroll merger. Holy heck, it's been 3 years. Wow.
3
Yeah.
years. 3 years since. You know what? I'm gonna keep that comment to myself.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
And I
Pretty much.
feel fine. But
This is fine.
But back to Anime Corner, the picture right off the start, we see Freerin. We see I forget her
Too
name
many
in the
losing
middle here.
heroines.
Yeah, too many losing heroines, and I'm not sure who the one on. It's the one on the right. Is that the maid?
No, it's Anna Yamada from Dangers in My Heart.
Okay.
So none of these I have watched.
I have seen 2 of the 3.
All 3 are top tier though, and that's just saying.
And as it shows here, the wait is over. The results for the 2024 Anime of the Year rankings are finally here. Anime Corner conducted multiple polls, gathering input from over 50,000 passionate fans to capture diverse tastes of our community. These rankings offer a fascinating glimpse into the anime landscape of 2024, shaped by the preferences of viewers worldwide. Says, however, it is important to remember while these results reflect a broad audience, they shouldn't dictate your anime choices. Every series brings its own unique style and appeal, and personal taste varies from fan to fan. With such a diverse lineup, go ahead.
I was going to say, as we can attest to, given just the 3 of us and our diverse tastes.
Exactly. With such a diverse lineup in 2024, there's something for everyone, so even if your favorite didn't get the spotlight in this poll, it's still worth celebrating. Table of contents, we have Anime of the Year, Best Action Anime, Best Adventure, Best Anime Movie, Best Anime Adaptation, Best Animation, Character Design, Comedy, Drama, Best Fantasy, Mystery Suspense, Best Original, Romance, Sci-Fi, Slice of Life, Anime Soundtrack, Sports Anime, Storytelling, Anime Voice Cast, Best Anime World Building.
Curiosity if that voice cast means sub, dub, and if dub, what language?
I have a feeling it's sub.
I'm inclined to agree, but
I think it was sub.
I'm inclined to agree, but I pose that anyway because if we're talking about a global audience, there's a lot of people who do watch dubs in multiple languages.
Oh yeah,
Very true.
and we start off with 2024 Anime of the Year. Any guesses?
I'd have to say Free Run.
I begrudgingly say if it's not Free Run, I'll be surprised.
2024 Anime of the Year poll pulled in 51,700 voters, and the results are pretty close. Dangers in My Heart Season 2 claimed first place, narrowly beating Free Run by just 0.18%.
The people have very good taste. That's all I gotta say. To be fair, did you watch Giguk's video on his 2024 review, Doug?
I think I did.
Yeah. Remember how he said in multiple videos he's done with romance?
And then he went right back into it.
And this show made his list. He's like, it would take a totally different romance that had to be done just right in order to get me back into it. And then he leads into it with this show right here.
And so the ranking here. Oh, go ahead.
I was about to say, and it is well deserved. Period.
Dangers in My Heart, Free Run, Too Many Losing Heroines.
Dating my stepsister. That's actually surprising.
I feel like Apothecary Diaries should have been higher, but that's just me.
My personal preference is I would have put that above Too Many Losing Heroines, even though that was a good show.
Like I'm not even arguing the top 2. I'm more saying Apothecary Diaries should be higher than 5.
Well,
yeah,
that's really. And Windbreaker being that high also surprises me. Like Windbreaker was awesome, but I didn't think it was that well received.
Doug, I think we need to revisit Data Live.
Data Live got 9th up there.
That's my point.
Oshinoko Season 2.
That doesn't surprise. Oshinoko does not surprise me. Bleach, I am actually surprised is entire as well.
Konosuba Season 3.
That is another one that doesn't really surprise me.
ReZero.
Yeah,
Alia got votes.
Yeah.
Blue Box. Jobless Reincarnation Season 2.
Even Mushoku Tensei? Wow.
Wait.
So
they had looks like 20 different animes got votes.
Go-Go Loser Ranger made it, but Kaiju number 8 didn't. What the heck? I honestly thought Kaiju 8 was better.
So some interesting stuff there.
To address comments, Ross says late April, early May will be 20th anniversary that he discovered Case Closed at 3 in the morning.
On Adult
Swim. And John Knight points out that Windbreaker Season 2 is coming up next season. And yep, that is on my list. Because I have multiple Season 2s on my list for next season. But Go-Go Loser Ranger. Huh.
You know, now that I think about it, the Dangers in My Heart Season 2 was on top of the charts every single week, I think, for the whole season, if I remember correctly, on Anime Corner's list.
I'll be honest, I'm surprised Free Run wasn't number 1.
I'm just probably the part that surprises me the most is that Days with My Stepsister was that high up there. But then again, I fell off about halfway through it.
Apothecary Diaries is the one I feel should have been higher.
Yeah, I think Apothecary Diaries should have, in my opinion, Apothecary Diaries should have been third. Uh, Darren has raved about Dangers in My Heart from season 1 and season 2. I know a
And
lot of people have loved it, so that doesn't surprise me. I just think Apothecary Diaries should have been higher too.
Didn't Leanne watch it? Or am I thinking of something else?
I don't think Leanne watched Days with My Stepsister.
No, not Days with My Stepsister. Dangers in My Heart.
Oh, I don't know.
Sorry, Ange. Didn't mean to cut you off.
no, it's fine. I'm mostly just kind of. Some of this surprises me, some of it doesn't. I think I'm more surprised. I thought Windbreaker was. I enjoyed Windbreaker. I'm surprised. I thought it was one of those underrated ones.
Well, and I'll give credit to Anime Corner. A lot of times, some of the lesser known, lesser rated shows get some attention in their polls. And like I said, it's because of the diverse audience.
And I mean, yes, Windbreaker was definitely a shonen, so no surprise it ended up on my list, but
Yeah. Up next, Best Action Anime of 2024.
Action.
19,873 people voted in this category, ultimately crowning Bleach Thousand Year Blood War as the winner with Windbreaker in second place.
I'm not surprised Bleach won. Windbreaker again. Wow.
20% of the vote for Windbreaker.
Let's see. Was Zom 100 this year
And
or no?
I don't
No,
think so.
I think that was 23.
Okay.
Ron,
Wistoria made it up there.
yeah,
So, and there's Kaiju 8.
Yeah.
In 8th place.
But
So of all the shows on this list, the only one I watched was Wistoria.
so far out of the top 8, I only watched Windbreaker and Kaiju 8.
That's better than me. I only watched Wand and Sword.
You know what though? Me watching more action than you two, that's on
That
brand.
tracks. So action anime of the year. Bleach.
Studio Pierrot.
Pierrot Films. Adventure anime of 2024. Any guesses?
Konosuba.
Delicious in Dungeon.
18,986 people voted in this category, ultimately crowning Frieren as the winner. With Jobless Reincarnation Season 2 in second.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Delicious in Dungeon third. The percentage of votes. Frieren got almost 31% to Jobless Reincarnation just under 18.
You know what?
How did Daima get in there?
Because Dragon Ball.
And there's One Piece.
No longer allowed in another world beat out Konosuba? I'm shocked.
I am pleased Delicious in Dungeon is on there. Doug, I'm going to take this moment to say I think you give me a hard time for enjoying shows that are overrated. I will actually say I think Frieren is overrated.
But you haven't seen.
I've seen a lot of the I've seen enough of the memes, and just I think that
I will say of shows that I watch, Frieren is the one I think I have delved the deepest into, like psychologically.
And I'm not even poking fun at the show, because I'm aware from everything I have heard, it is extremely well done.
Well, it's still number one, according to certain websites.
Yep.
I mean, for
Well,
somebody who doesn't read books and stuff very often, Frieren is only the second anime that has made me want to go get manga. The other one being Inuyasha.
That
I'm just
reminds me.
I'm just glad Delicious in Dungeon got some love because that show was amazing.
And we were having fun. My wife and I were having fun the other day with Google translating the names from Frieren as to what they meant in German, and having the voice actually say their names and stuff. And because I've seen a lot of posts about people saying, "Oh, Frieren means racist," which is not true. Frieren in German means cold, which
Would
goes with
explain
her
the
personality.
lifespan.
I wonder if it is like the Romance languages where there's a similar sounding word that does translate to that. And
Possibly,
people are jumping at the bit, just
yeah.
given given all the things.
I did not realize that Freerun was Studio Madhouse.
Neither did
That
I, but
that
Madhouse is a good studio.
And that makes
yep.
sense as to why it's as good as it is.
Yep,
Madhouse has a solid reputation.
agreed.
All right, movie of the year.
I did not watch any.
I will be surprised if Boy and the Heron isn't up there.
Out of 15,172 voters, Spy Family claimed the lead, followed closely by Look Back. So the win goes to Spy Family. You have Look Back, Haikyuu, Rascal Does Not Dream of a Knapsack Kid,
I
Boy
forgot
and
to
the
watch
Heron,
that.
My Hero, The First Slam Dunk, and Blue Giant all received votes.
I'm surprised Boy and the Heron is not higher. I'm also gonna go actual hot take coming. I don't think Spy Family was good enough to be first place. It was fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
It's the
But
only movie I watched that's on that list.
I would
I
hardly say it was like number one.
I
You know why it
I
was
need to
number
watch
one?
those.
Anya.
I
The love
um
for Anya got it to win.
and you know what? Now that I look and now I don't know if I saw that My Hero movie. I know we've seen some and not all.
I only saw the one, but I am glad Rascal made it up there because all of the material from that series is great.
But I feel like Boy and the Heron should have been higher than 5, but hey, I'm a sucker for Miyazaki.
Cloverworks and Wit.
Yep.
So, best anime adaptation of 2024.
Ooh.
Mm,
I don't know.
from source material, I have no idea.
I'm not sure what they're going to say as far as adaptation.
A total of 19,489 people participated in this category, where Frieren took first place, followed by Dangers in My Heart Season 2.
I was gonna say Dangers because just too well done.
0.03% separated Frieren and Dangers.
Wow. Mishoku Tensei Konosuba. Nice.
Dan to Dan made it up there. Days with My Stepsister. Bleach again.
And
Oshinoko.
Oshinoko. I have not watched. We have reached the first category. I have not watched a single episode of a show listed.
And I'm still surprised that you found a show that's overrated that you aren't watching.
It's the answer. The answer to Nunya business. Yes, Bleach is still ongoing. It hasn't ended.
Yep.
Although I since Days with My Stepsister is on this, I'm going to actually go back to one of Roth's comments from a couple of categories ago. I think this is to you, Darren. Ross says, I'm glad you fell off Days with My Stepsister. Main girl messed up her character growth by thinking cutting her hair would give her strength to change. Disappointing.
I will be right back.
All right.
But I don't know, Ross. I didn't watch the show.
Next one is best animation of 2024.
That's so subjective.
It's very subjective, and it's so tough because it depends on what style of animation you like. Because there's so many different studios out there. Everyone does things a little bit differently. Like,
and what
there are shows out there that I've seen clips from where it's like the animation looks great. I would never watch the show, but the animation looks fantastic.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's probably the top category, the top. I'm going to assume 8 because all the others have been 8. I'm going to assume they're mostly from the big studio, from the powerhouse studios, Cloverworks, Madhouse, Trigger, Mappa,
So best
etc.
animation of 2024 with 21,374 people casting their votes. Dan to Dan comes out victorious with Freerun right behind.
I am totally. This is my surprised face that Freerun has been in almost every category. And Nunya is agreeing that we used to not allow it be called animated, but would just say CGI trash, but it's all CGI now.
So, and the difference between Dan to Dan and Freerun, 18.91 to 18.16.
That's actually a pretty good jump. Scroll down, let's see the rest.
Bleach, Demon Slayer, Solo Leveling, Oshinoko, Kaiju 8, and Wistoria.
Kaiju 8 being here? Okay.
Wistoria was good, but I'm like, I don't know if I'd say the animation was fantastic, but
that's sort of my thought. I'm actually saying the same for Kaiju 8. That was one of my favorites.
But that being said, like Darren had mentioned earlier, was a lesser known show like Wistoria. I mean, most people have heard of the top 7. Not many people talk about Wistoria.
I know the name. I know that's the one I know absolutely nothing about. And actually, I'm actually looking up Dan to Dan because I'm curious what studio did that.
Science Saru.
I am very unfamiliar with that studio.
So the studio that won was not one of the big ones that you named off.
Yeah, no, I am legit surprised. Go back up because now I'm actually going to look up the rest because I'm curious. Because now I'm curious how many. Freerun was
Madhouse.
Bleach is. Oh, I don't remember what Bleach is.
I only know Freerun because we just saw it previously.
Bleach is. It says Studio Piero, but now Demon Slayer. Yeah, none of the. I'm legit. Like none of these are actual like big studios so far. With the exception of Freerin.
I forget who did Wisteria.
I haven't gotten that far.
Okay, what category are we on now? Sorry. That was a important phone call.
Wisteria.
Best animation. And now I'm looking up the studios because I got curious.
What was? Did I miss a previous category?
No, the
Or
only one
No.
you missed is animation.
Okay. Well, you know, even though I didn't watch Dan to Dan, I saw a lot of the clips from it, and I can see where that. Um, I can see that.
Yet none of these were the only one that's a studio that I recognize is Freerin.
Who did Wistoria?
I
Looking that
don't know. I was trying to find it. I
looking
think
that up
Angela's looking
right
up.
now.
All right, hold on.
The answer is Actas and Bandai Namco.
Bandai.
Yes.
Okay, so that's like the next biggest studio or next well-known studio after Madhouse for Freeman.
Yep. I mean, don't get me wrong. Bleach, Demon Slayer are both big named shows.
Ross in the chat says never watched Kaiju 8, but have seen photos, clips on social media. But this whole time, I'm surprised no one has pointed out that the blonde girl is a downgraded physical version of Claire Harvey of 100 anime.
I have no idea what show you're referring to, Ross.
Same.
I do.
And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I think I'm the only one out of the three of us that watched Kaiju 8.
Yeah. Has any of us watched Dan to Dan?
No,
That was on the list. Never did.
no. Although looking at it, I probably should.
I think my wife started. I don't know if she continued or finished it, but next category is best anime character design of 2024.
Character
These are
design.
Yeah, these are some interesting categories. I'm not gonna lie. I like that it's like some different categories.
Agreed.
Well, to be fair, character design is everything because I mean, hell, Iki Tosen's varied from season to season because they kept changing studios.
High
Same
School
thing with
DxD.
Data Life
Um,
and DxD, of course.
there's a lot of random anime from last year that I loved it that I thought had some really good character design. But
Let's take a look. Or you have a
I
guess,
don't,
Derek?
I don't have a guess, honestly.
I don't have a guess either.
Out of 8,928 voters, Windbreaker claimed the lead, followed closely by Dan to Dan.
Huh.
Windbreaker at
Indeed.
20.8 or 20.08. Dan to Dan at 16.9. Freerin in third at 15.6.
Bleach, Apothecary,
Too many losing heroines.
Okay.
Data Live makes another appearance.
Oh,
And
yeah, I can agree with as well.
You know what? I can definitely agree with Apothecary Diaries. Windbreaker just surprises me. Although I will say the character designs were really good.
And there's a example of the character designs.
That is quite good.
Yeah. Comedy
Ooh,
anime of the
comedy.
year.
I'm trying to remember which ones were even funny.
Comedy's a genre I tend to kind of mostly disregard because it's not my jam.
You need to watch the one about the student council.
Ross in the chat says a new wholesome comedy romance anime got announced the other day called April Showers Bring May Flowers.
Okay.
All right, I got nothing for guesses, so let's.
Comedy.
This
Probably
category-
Konosuba.
This category received votes from 14,718 people, with Konosuba Season 3 taking the top
Called
spot, followed closely by Too Many Losing Heroines.
it.
Was that
I
a
last
comedy?
met. It had comedy tags in it, I think.
Third
Delicious
place,
in
Delicious in Dungeon.
What?
Ranma
Ranma
one
one half.
half.
Okay,
2.5
2.5
dimensional seductional.
Okay, I can see that one. That had gushing over magical girls.
All right,
Oh my gosh.
keep going.
No
longer
longer
allowed
allowed.
in another world.
I was reincarnated. Okay, I can see that one just off the
Yeah.
clips.
I don't get how Delicious in Dungeon is a comedy.
Was there any comedic scenes at all?
I can't say anything about Delicious in Dungeon. I only watched one episode of that, and then because I think that was a Netflix one, and I don't go on Netflix very often.
It is. And
Ranma one half I have not seen, but everything else on here I have seen in its entirety.
I watched I have not watched the reboot Ranma half. I vaguely remember watching the original, kind of, sort of. Delicious in Dungeon. Okay.
Konosuba is comedy every single time, period.
And Konosuba Season 3 was really good, actually. I thought the storyline was better than Season 2.
Please note that I am not arguing with Konosuba.
Mostly because you haven't seen it.
I've seen clips. I've heard enough about it. It's largely
she just knows it's not for her.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not
but
for
explosions.
Yeah.
Megumin is still best girl.
Agreed.
Explosions without a good.
That's why it's comedy.
Exactly.
Explosions without much meaning.
And
Ares pads her chest.
And that is a whole that just gets into the writing is the deal breaker for me. And comedy as a whole in all forms of media, I'm very, very picky.
Watch Student Council one.
Best drama anime. Ooh.
Dan probably.
I mean, we've seen Dan on a lot of lists. We've seen.
I'm gonna be.
8.
I'm gonna say with drama, I'm actually gonna say I think Dan and Freeman are gonna be on this top X.
Dangers in My Heart, I don't think is drama. All right. What is it, Doug?
Out of 21,012 votes, Days with My Stepsister claimed the lead, followed closely by Apothecary Diaries.
Yay! Apothecary Diaries got love.
I can see Days with My Stepsister just because of the nature of the show.
And I can see Apothecary Diaries. Free run in third.
Called that.
When did My Happy Marriage air? Because wouldn't that be drama?
Yes, it would.
Yeah, but that's this season.
No, this season is season 2.
Oh, that's right.
Yes,
that was my point.
I'm surprised we have not seen anything there.
ReZero I can see that.
Jobless Reincarnation Season
Yep,
2,
yep.
Date Alive 5, Orb. There's a first one for Orb on the movements of the Earth.
I've never heard of it.
I don't know
Giguk is
that
the
one
only
either.
one. Giguk is the only one I've heard talk about it.
Yay,
Basically,
Apothecary
it
Diaries
wasn't.
get love.
I think Orb was like a thing about the people in the past learning about the Earth, how it wasn't the center of the universe or something, and something along those lines. The emergence of science and Dr. Stone-ish
Ooh.
things.
A history of science, if you will.
I think that's what it is. Don't hold me to that. I'm going based off of what Giga said in his year-end review video.
I'm looking that up because if that is accurate.
Oh, it was 2023 for My Happy Marriage Season 1.
I
That's
couldn't
why we
remember.
haven't seen it. I just
I
looked it up.
couldn't remember.
Same.
And I watched it after the fact. So drama of the
year.
Days with My Stepsister, a Studio Dean.
The studio known for some of the worst animation in the industry. That's what made Konosuba so good.
Best fantasy anime of 24.
Free run.
I'm gonna actually begrudgingly agree.
That's probably a no contest.
I know.
18,830 people participated. Freerin came in first, no surprise. Solo Leveling second.
Solo Leveling, really?
This is where I feel like Delicious and Dungeon should be. There's others, but
Wistoria
is getting love. Yes.
This is the third category Wistoria has been in.
How is Date Alive fantasy?
It is.
It is. Dealing with spirits and otherworldly abilities and stuff. I mean, I would put My Hero as in a fantasy category based off of the different abilities everybody has.
I would have put that more into action myself, but hey.
Well, I'm just saying for shows that I would put into a fantasy category. I mean, yes, action, but I would consider it kind of fantasy too.
All right.
Mushoku
Let's see
Tensei
what's
is on
7
there.
and 8.
ReZero, of course, Fairy Tail's on there.
And Dragon Ball.
I disagree with this list. I don't disagree with Freerin being number 1. That is a surprising no one.
I think Wistoria is on there. I think that's proper.
I think it should have been second, but I haven't seen Solo Leveling, so I'm biased.
I'm also more of the opinion that there were other fantasy anime that should have been on there, but hey.
I like how they're using different Freerun pictures for everything.
Yeah, and you knew the blowing a kiss image had to be used for one of them. That's like that's one of the iconic memes. That one and her holding up the bottle, smiling.
I thought it was going to be her caught in a mimic.
Whoop.
Oh, you already revealed that one.
Yep.
Yeah. Best mystery surprise, best mystery / suspense anime of 24. Apothecary Diaries gets the winner. 15,267 people voted. Oshinoko in second. So Apothecary Diaries get some love. They finally get the win they deserved.
You know what? I will actually mystery suspense absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Well, from my understanding, ReZero really started buckling down in season 3. Classroom of the Elite's getting some love.
Black Butler.
Beastars.
Beastar's final season up there, and mysterious disappearances. So we have some new faces up there.
Mysterious disappearances, I'm gonna say. It was actually a disappointment for me. And by that I mean we watched 2 episodes and then never went back to it.
Predictable.
I think it was a case of there was just I think honestly it was just didn't grab us the way we wanted it to.
But Mao gets some love. And I love how they just have like everybody else's faces blocked out in the picture.
Oh god, that image, the Go pieces. Or Shogi.
Studio OLM and Toho Animation.
Of course, Toho.
Best original anime.
Not say so. Something with no source material, so very limited categories here.
No idea.
I got nothing.
With 9,503, bless you, people casting votes, Girls Band Cry comes out victorious with Code Geass in second. I have not seen either of those shows.
Same.
I know Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night.
Ninja Kamui.
Negative Positive Angler. Never heard of it.
Love Live Superstar Season 3 got some love.
Mayanaka Punch.
Never heard of that.
Metallic Rouge. I've heard of Metallic Rouge.
That was awesome. That was, oh god, I don't remember which studio did it. It was an anniversary. I think it was Bones.
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
Girls Band Cry, I've heard a lot of people talk about. I know it's been a popular one, so it doesn't surprise me it was up there. I've never seen it.
Metallic Rouge was, in fact, it was a Studio Bones, and I believe it was some anniversary of Bones as a studio. I really enjoyed it. Definitely kind of an out there one.
That's an interesting image. I don't know, I don't know much about this one. I don't know if anybody in our chat has seen it. If you have, let us know.
We didn't watch it because it was not available on the sites we watch anime on.
And it's Toei Animation. Up next is Darren and Ross's category, Best Romance Anime.
Okay, it's already official that Danger swept it, so I'm gonna guess the number 2 one and go for Days with My Stepsister, given the theme that we have going here.
I would love to see Apothecary Diaries get some love here, but that's a stretch. Actually, Romance Anime of 2024.
Ross, I'd love to hear your opinion on this before I scroll up. Or scroll down, I should say.
I think Ross already knows.
But I know there's a little bit of a delay between when I say, Ross, we would like to hear your opinion before we scroll down.
The extension isn't just for Ross chat. I'll chime in if you feel like it.
Exactly. If you're tuning in and you want to put in comments or anything like that about, if you have opinions as if you think stuff should have been higher or they completely
I had to actually check the release date of something. I'm actually going to say Sign of Affection was 2024. And I actually really hope that's on here. I'll be disappointed if it wasn't.
About to say, where do you think it's going to fall? Do you think it would fall in the upper or the lower? Or the mid?
Sadly, I'm going to say mid to lower. Just given the nature of what we've already seen, I'm going to agree Dangers in My Heart probably takes the number 1 spot. The number 2 spot, probably something equally.
Ross says, I was away from the stream, had to help my family. Not a problem, Ross. We are on Best Romance Anime of 2024, and we were curious as to what you thought the best, in your opinion, what you think will be on the best anime or best romance anime list, since we know that you love the romance animes. Now we'll give it just another minute or two, and then we will scroll down to continue on. And again, we thank everybody who tunes in, whether it's live on Sunday nights via Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, or if you're listening to us on the podcast platforms throughout the world. We really appreciate the love that you guys give us, and that you tune in, enjoy the stuff that we do. I think that goes without saying that we all really appreciate it. We're closing in on 11 years of coming on almost every week and being ridiculous. I don't know any other way of putting it, but being ridiculous.
Is it sad that y'all's anniversary coincides with my employment anniversary?
Does it?
Yes. What's today? The 2nd. In 6 days, I will be on my 11th year at Bojangles.
Whoa. That's I don't know if that's a sign. I feel like it is.
Well, I've already made it clear that once my boss quits, I'm done. Because she's 66 right now, and you cannot work much longer in that environment at that age.
No, you cannot.
So we will scroll down now. I think we've left everybody in suspense long enough. This category received votes from 16,188 people, with Dangers in My Heart taking the win, which nobody's surprised by that, followed closely by Blue Box.
Blue Box,
I heard good things about it.
I heard nothing about it.
I haven't heard anything about it.
It's the one where I think it's the volleyball and basketball or something along those lines.
Third.
I forgot about
Too Many Losing Heroines.
I forgot about that one.
A Sign of Affection, fourth.
There you go.
Good. Higher than I was expecting, not gonna lie.
Gigi Harem. Okay. Good. That girl was
Grandpa and Grandma Turn Young Again.
Okay.
I didn't even finish that one. It wasn't bad. I just didn't finish it.
An Archdemon.
Okay, that one was cute. I did enjoy that one.
I saw
the clip from that one.
I would have loved to have seen Sign of Affection higher up on this list, but I was expecting it to be lower than 5, so I'll take it.
It made top 4, so it made top half.
I'm okay with that. And look at the huge jump between Dangers and Blue Box.
Yeah, almost 4%.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hence, you know what? Fair.
Thank you.
Darren approves that picture.
Yes, because Yamada is adorable.
That is a cute picture.
It is.
And here's the thing, though. They're both in middle school. They're like 8th grade at this point, so it is a middle school romance. He's short. She's the tall one.
And Shin A Animation.
Okay, and this next category is all you.
Sci-fi.
Honestly, Kaiju 8 should be up there. Metallic Rouge should be up there. What else did I watch that was sci-fi this year?
Dan to Dan, would that be considered sci-fi?
I don't know.
Maybe. Was Dan to Dan the one about UFOs and ghosts?
Yes.
Um,
So I
if
could
we're
see that being
going,
sci-fi.
I mean, Go Go Luge Ranger, maybe, but
Gushing
that's
over
pushing.
magical girls? I don't know.
I mean, let's just go down because at this point it's more of a what are we defining sci-fi as?
11,972 people participated, where Kaiju number 8 got first place, while Near Automata came in second.
You
I forgot
know,
about Near.
same, and I didn't finish it.
That has got to be the biggest gap I have seen out of any of the votes.
Agreed.
37.5 to 14.7.
Agreed, and
Undead Unluck. Huh.
SAO, Gun Gale Online too.
holy crap! I have watched most of this list. Out
Wow.
of the top
Demon
five,
Lord.
out of the top 5, I watched 4 of them. And Demon Lord, I wouldn't. Demon Lord, I was questioning.
Audrey, my dear moments.
That was
Okay.
another Plastic Memories to my knowledge, so.
I
A
didn't
regular
watch.
at Magic High School.
I can see that. Ninja Kamui. No idea what
Okay,
that one is.
so I have watched 4 out of the 8.
So that's
Undead
not as bad as one of the lists that I'd seen 6 out of the 8 and watched one episode of a 7th one.
I watched, or I didn't finish Near Kaiju 8. I wouldn't call Gun Gale sci-fi per se, but okay. Demon Lord was fun. Undead Unlock, I think I meant to. I think I had that on a list, on a watch list, and then never watched it.
Same.
Kaiju
Cause
number 8. Studio Production IG.
IG. Good
Yep.
studio.
and
Best
yep,
Bang.
that is
Python.
exactly
Right.
what happened. It was on my radar, and then I just never got to it.
Slice of life anime. That's Angela's forte. Not really.
m-
I would argue that's
my
more
guess
Garen.
my guess is Dangers, followed closely by Losing Heroines.
I'd love to see Sign of Affection on there as well, but the
And
other, yep.
oh, total of
Based on my
15,170 people participated, where Dangers in My Heart came in first, with Days with My Stepsisters second.
Let's see what they're calling Slice of Life.
Oh
my,
wow.
that was
a
close.
one.
1.6, 1.7% difference in the votes. 2.5 dimensional seduction.
Dimensional Seduction.
That was still a really good anime. I think
I
that's
need
one
to
I
pick
think
that
Angela
up
could
on.
go either way on. I think she would either really like it
It's
or
one
really
of
think
those.
it's ridiculous.
I would have a. So your answer is I would have a very strong reaction to it, one way or
Yes.
the other.
Yes, because it's different than Dress Up Darling. I mean, they're similar but very different.
I kind in my personal, when you look at it from like the a lot of people compared them because of the cosplay aspect. I think the cosplay aspect, like the creation of cosplay, was better in Dress Up Darling. The cosplay overall aspect was better in Two
All
and a
right.
Half Dimensional.
Let's keep going down.
Like the execution. Oh look, there you go.
Yes, that show was
Alia.
so good.
Alia was really good.
Yes.
Ranma 1/2, Girls Band Cry, and Seventh Prince.
I am surprised that Losing Heroines didn't make it in that category.
And
Seventh Prince wasn't bad. I did watch that.
I think that's yeah,
But
we're back.
Dangerous in My Heart winning that surprises nobody.
Nope.
Nope, because
I
it
am
was just too powerful.
I am pleased.
See, look at that.
I'm just pleased A Sign of Affection is getting recognition because that show was so good.
I almost care. Now, what was Sign of Affection on? Was that a Crunchyroll or was that?
That was crunchy.
So Crunchyroll has not even opened up the nominees for the awards yet. Once
That's
that
weird.
happens, I think that's coming. I think that was. Did I see that for like late March, early April? For when the voting was going to be taking place for their awards, which obviously we're going to go through and tear them apart like we're doing here.
Yep.
And I'm not
'Cause,
saying tear apart in a bad way. I'm just saying we're going to go through objectively and give our opinions.
Because we have them.
All right, best anime soundtrack.
I don't know
I
about
wouldn't
the
be surprised.
soundtrack.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Dan to Dan on this list. But was Mashal this year?
I don't know, but that opening was so freaking good.
Creepy Nuts making the rounds.
Danger's had some good ones too during the sweet moments.
Mashal season 2 was in fact 2024. So
Possible?
possible.
Likely?
I don't know about likely. I didn't particularly care for the end theme, but Creepy Nuts just kind of
Did its thing.
yes. Oh, like that song I played on repeat for a while.
I've caught myself singing it and I didn't even watch the show.
And speaking of songs, did either of you click the link that Marina Palencia put out a music video?
I saw it, but
I did not.
I didn't open it because it came at a bad time.
And for those of you, if you don't know Brina herself, she has been a guest on the show. One of the most famous characters that she has voiced is CL Phantom Hive from Black Butler.
I do want to say, Darren, look up Anime Men version of that Mashal season 2 opener because it's a fun video with clips from a lot of famous YouTubers we all follow.
About to say there is a YouTube or Instagram. There's something called the Anime Men, where it's a couple of guys, and they've also been in a school setting with a teacher that's a anime fan as well, or caters to them.
Yes, they did a cover of that song, and it's hilarious, and it features like so many of the people we follow.
If you find a link for it, send me the link.
You know,
I have to do it this way.
You know, it's kind of funny. People will say boys shouldn't be dancing or whatever, but when you get down to it, some of the stuff that goes on in anime, the length that some of these guys will go to perfect the motions is incredible. For instance, the one there were several that did the Chica dance perfectly. There was a couple that did that other one with the girl. There was like 5 girls that started off all turned around, and then they turned around like one by one.
And let's scroll down, see who won soundtrack of 2024 via Anime Corner. 6,792 people voted, with Danger's in My Heart being the win, with Dan to Dan in second.
Called it on Dan to Dan.
And Dangerous. Third place went to
Wow.
Kaiju.
Okay.
Wow, that's a close matchup.
Oh, yeah, 9-1 to 8-6. 9-1 to
And then look
19-8.
at the ridiculous jump. But
Solo
considering
leveling in fourth.
Kaiju 8's opener was done by Youngblood and One Republic did their ending. Okay.
And that's a 0.05. I think that's the second closest we've seen. There was a 0.03. I forget who it was. I think it was Freerun beating out Dangerous by like 0.03.
Yep.
This one here is a 0.05.
Actually,
So
I
very
forgot.
close.
Alia might be on there too because they pulled like 12 different famous rom-com or romance songs for each episode, like one for each episode.
Windbreaker up there.
Okay.
Blue Lock. Oshinoko.
Wow, I'm actually surprised Alia wasn't up there.
Yeah.
I'm
kind of surprised
by
Oshinoko's
most
not
of this.
higher.
I'm surprised by most of this. I legit forgot about Kaiju 8, but
There you go, Darren.
Another picture, because like I said, she's adorable.
Best sports anime.
Sports. I would have
Blue
to say
Lock.
Blue Box, even though I didn't watch it.
I'm gonna go with Blue Lock or Haikyuu or something of the like.
Blue Lock or Blue Box?
Blue Lock. That's the
I thought
soccer.
it was Blue Box.
No, Blue Lock is the one where the World Cup uniforms for Japan were based on the anime.
Okay.
And best sports anime of 2024 goes to after a total of 8,022 people participated. Blue Lock got first. Captain Tsubasa Junior Youth Art came in second.
Wow.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of that one. MF Ghost second season. MF Ghost doesn't surprise me. I didn't watch it. That came out the same season as Overtake, and Overtake was phenomenal. Oh my God, we have the biggest disparity in the votes.
Yep.
50.79. Over half of the votes went to Blue Lock. 13% to Captain Tsubasa. Oh my God.
To be fair, there wasn't a whole lot of sports anime last year to even pick from.
Oblivion Battery. Tunbo.
Rising Impact.
Kinnikuman Perfect or generic?
Rinkai.
I've heard of 2 of those.
I've heard of none of them.
Blue Lock I've heard so much about.
Same.
So
I heard the animation budget went to crap in season 2.
I've heard so much good things about it. And the Kinnikuman was actually on our radar, but couldn't find it, and then just forgot. And Ross has some things to say. And I think he's going on about the romance category. He would say Love is Indivisible by Twins best. Grandma and Grandpa and Sign of Affection would be tied because the romance didn't. I have to go with Grandma and Grandpa Becomes Young Again. The romance didn't happen till towards the end of anime, while Grandma and Grandpa romance throughout the anime. And he's apologizing for coming and going because of technical difficulties.
We all know about technical difficulties on this show. You don't have to apologize at all, Ross. We really appreciate your support. Love the fact you come in every time that we go live.
And not gonna lie, some of your questions as of late have been extremely thought provoking. So kudos to you.
Yeah, and Blue Lock is 8-bit.
8-bit.
Huh.
Another
Storytelling.
reputable. I think Freerun's getting this one.
Sadly, I don't have an argument for that.
And I hope Dangers is close behind it.
I'd like to see Apothecary Diaries be up there.
It might be.
It might be, but I doubt it.
And as we scroll down, with 7,565 people casting their votes, Days with My Stepsister wins with Dangers in
Wow.
second.
I called the second, but dang.
Freerun in third.
We called that.
Dan in fourth.
Okay.
Jobless Reincarnation in fifth. Too
Of
Many
course.
Losing Heroines.
Okay.
Leech. Black Butler.
Black Butler.
Yes, Ross, you
yes.
missed the comedy.
I meant Isekai.
I can't even.
No, we haven't
read.
done Isekai yet.
Wait, do we even have an Isekai category?
I don't think there was.
I
don't
there was
remember
either.
seeing one.
Studio Dean for Days with My Stepsister.
Yep.
So here's
Anime
where we're
voice
questioning.
cast.
Best anime voice cast of 2024. I watched a lot of anime dubbed and subbed in 24. I think 2023 is when I really started watching a lot of the subbed stuff. I've always watched both subbed and dubbed, but to keep up with everything, I watch it subtitled and then I'll go back and rewatch it and dub. That's part of the times when I watch something a second time too, and it gives me a good chance to compare the differences. And
it's kind of sad because sometimes you can watch the dub and then go watch the sub, and you basically see two different stories, even though they're the same anime.
It's definitely interesting. Like, I'd be kind of curious to sit down and watch. Like, I know they talk about Ghost Stories being one of the best dubbed anime, but I've never watched it subbed. And I know it's a completely different anime subtitled.
And of course, we got cut short on the ultimate dub with the interspecies reviewers.
I'm still happy to say I know. Yes, you find that second episode so we can try to piece it apart to see if we can figure out any other voice actors from that. Like I said, I figured out who Krim was, but that was it.
All right. I watch. I mean, if we're gonna go with the popular ones that are taking over kind of this list, Freerun, Dandadan, Stepsister, and Dangers are probably all up there.
And this category received votes from 7,900 people, with Freerun taking the top spot, followed by Dandadan.
All right.
In third place, Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
Oh, okay.
Oshinoko.
All right.
Okay. Alia deserves it.
Alia was. I will say I've watched Freerun, both subbed and dubbed. Both did an amazing job with that. I can honestly say the same thing for Alia. I've watched it both subbed and dubbed, and both did an amazing job. Like, there are times when you watch a show and you hear characters and you're like, I don't think the voice they chose for that person really fit the character. I've
If
had a
I'm
few instances.
And
if I'm not mistaken, the voice actress for Alya on both sides both were fluent in Russian.
Yeah,
keep going. Let me
So
see the rest.
Dangers,
told you.
Yep.
Windbreaker,
Windbreaker,
Interesting.
Blue
Blue
Lock.
Lock.
Huh. And Ross in the chat says, according to fans, people are unhappy with Crunchyroll for dubbing the latest Solo Leveling dub episode because they brought in a Fortnite player instead of a voice actor for one of the villains. Solo Leveling is not a show I am watching, so I don't know.
Same.
And
But
you know, and saying that they brought in a Fortnite player instead of a voice actor for a character. I've seen people get into voice acting in weirder ways than being a gamer. I mean, if they're hating on a gamer for doing voice acting, then they're probably gonna hate Sea Dog as well, and he's been in anime. Actually, I
Always
think
said
Gigguk has
that
been in anime too.
yeah, but
he
Sea Dog's got one of those voices.
He does.
so long as they don't put in a VTuber.
I would actually. I think there are VTubers that have done anime
Mm.
voiceover work. And yeah, I can say, like, looking at the image here with the different people, like Ubel, the voice actress on the English and the Japanese side, did a great job with Ubel and her personality. Freerin, when you have a character that's supposed to be stoic and doesn't show like any emotion, on both sides, I think they nailed it. And we've talked with many voice actors, and we've heard a lot of people say the toughest characters to voice are those that have no emotion, where you have to just kind of stay in a certain range. And they both did an amazing job. I think that's one of the things that is like, I think that's one thing that people really enjoy about Freerun is the fact that so like the characters are so diverse. The storyline, you can get as deep into the storyline and the storytelling as you want, whether you want to just watch it. And it is a slow burn anime. But I think in a time where we've seen so many cookie cutter fantasy slash isekais, where 99% of fantasy is isekai nowadays, I won't lie. There's way too many isekais, and I'll still watch a good percentage of them because I'm trash. Just like with all the shonens that come out, Angela will probably watch a good percentage of them because that's her thing.
I will watch most of the ecchi anime and romance.
Yep. I'm although lately I've been on a romance kick lately.
Watch
I'm kind,
Dangers.
I'm kind of surprised that Freerin didn't make it into the romance category in a way, because I know a lot of people have made a lot of ships from the anime between Freerin and
Ships
Himmel and Stark
sh-
and Fern.
ships do not mean romance. I mean, there's so many ships from My Hero Academia.
Mm-hmm.
But when Freerin season 2 comes out, and I don't want to spoil anything, it might work its way into a romance category.
We'll
I'm not
see.
going to spoil anything, but from what I have read, and if it continues to
Let's
stay true to the source material.
do we have another category or are we done?
Oh,
I
let's
think we can
see.
one or two more.
World building.
World building. Ooh. I think 2.5 dimensional seduction is going to be on this list.
I'd love honestly, I'd like to see a I don't know.
I think Freerun's going to be on this list as well.
Well, yes, Freerun's kind of a given.
And there's another bot.
Yep.
Yeah, I just went and took care of that.
Excellent.
So with 7,890 people casting votes, Freerun first, Dan second.
That's surprising.
Surprising no one.
Mm-hmm.
Third place, ReZero.
Yep, I forgot about ReZero.
I couldn't get into season 2, so it's like it's tough for me to go to a season 3 when it's like you lost me in the previous season. Delicious and Dungeon gets some love.
Oh, hell yes.
Mushoku Tensei.
Yes, agreed.
Windbreaker. Wistoria gets some love.
Yes.
And Fairy Tail.
Again, surprising no one.
I think the surprise here is almost a quarter of the votes went to Freerun. Dan at 17.
Surprise me. That doesn't really surprise me.
I think the gap is what surprises me.
I'll give you that.
I thought it would have been a closer gap, like a lot of other times that those two shows have gone head to head.
And now the two, of course, the two shows that have the best world building, in my opinion, were aired years ago.
It says we've enjoyed some incredible anime in 2024. 2025 is already shaping up to be just as exciting. Here's to another great year, maybe even better. In the meantime, Anime Corner has kicked off its weekly polls for the winter 2025 season. And then they have results for character and seiyuu rankings can be found here.
I'm curious as far as the opening and ending songs.
Okay, let's click on that.
Of course, she would be up there.
Results of our 2024 Anime of the Year Awards are starting to get announced. Here are the winners of the best opening and ending theme songs. The nominees were the top 5 songs from each of the season, including the results for winter, spring, summer, and fall. Starting with endings, Nobody by One Republic, Kaiju number 8, won first place with a little over 10,000 people voting. Song got 9.96% of the votes, followed by Burning in Oshinoko and Koshi. I don't even know if I could how to pronounce that.
Koshi. Never mind.
Yeah.
Koshitera Jiban Sura Aiserun Inda by Kohana something. Kohana
Lam.
Yes, but yes to that.
Apothecary Diaries gets 4th.
Iwaku City.
Interesting.
Monochrome.
5th. Dan.
Taidada.
Anytime, Anywhere for Freerun.
Tokushie.
Hide. Okay. Or Hide featuring.
Request by Krage. Here, Sweet Arms of, well, that's not surprising. Teenage Blue by E. Love 2000 by Ana Yanami. Okay. Nox Myth and Royd. That's not surprising. Young Mutaki.
Windbreaker.
There's Alia.
Yep. Kawaii Kute Gomen by Alia.
Anohi no Mama no Bokura by Aqua Megumin Dark.
Megumin in Darkness. Yep. Chisana Koi no Uta by Alia.
Wait, Alia had 2 endings?
It had
Yeah.
12.
Ah,
I told you, it picked like some of the best romance songs. Best songs used in romance anime across the board, and it was a different one every single episode.
gotcha. And
It,
3 of them made the top 20.
I'm not surprised.
I'm happy Apothecary Diaries made it. Top 5.
Which is funny because I
will already make a prediction that I will be surprised if the song from Guild Receptionist doesn't make a top 10 list because it's so dang catchy.
To be fair,
It's not often that I watch them, but that's one that I watch more than
what the ending?
I've seen it used as an opening and an ending.
Well, yes.
To be fair, even though y'all both dropped it, the opening and ending for Honey Lemon Soda actually was catchy.
I'll give you that. Ross, we haven't made it to the openings yet. We're still on endings.
Yeah, this was the endings list. Moving to the best opening songs of 2024, there's not much surprise. 3 viral hits in the top 3 spots, including 2 songs from Creepy Nuts.
Oh, they had an opportunity to interview them?
Last year.
Okay, go.
Hell yes.
Of course.
1 Otone.
Otonoke.
Otonoke coming in as a tie with Dandadan.
Shika Iro desu by Shikabuna. Shika noko 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 dashitanta. Of course.
All right. Let's see the full results.
Full list below. Get past the ads. Creepy Nuts took the top 2 spots. And of course, my dear friend.
Of course.
And Danger's in My Heart as 4.
Yep.
Level.
Solo leveling.
Freerin. I did enjoy the opening. I did like the opening to Freerin. I thought that was a good song.
I'd love to see Be a Flower on here, but I don't think it's gonna be. That's the part 1 opening to Apothecary Diaries. Abyss, good track.
Without any words,
Bleach. There you go. And
Apothecary Diaries.
Nope, that was the one I didn't like. That was the one I didn't like at all. Be a Flower. Be a Flower was better.
Mugen. Zetairedo. Okay. One Man.
Alia.
Of course. Paradoxes.
Stayed alive. Too Many Losing Heroines made it in the top 20.
Sugaru Girl. Okay. Same Blue. Reweave. Let's see. Lina Zukion. Ramon.
On the front line. Plan A.
Nope. The one from Apothecary Diaries that made this list is season 1, part 2. Season 1, part 1 was the opening I liked better.
Hold on. Zirak. That's my friend. So he is still involved in it. Aye.
You'll have to message it and tell him that we tore apart his lists.
I'll do that. And if I'm not mistaken, he's actually the owner.
See if they'd want
I
to
don't
come
know.
on the show.
I'll try, but he's in Pakistan.
Ah,
Time
So I don't know.
zones.
Yep.
hey, if we were able to make it work with Japan,
Yes, but that's a solid 12.
yeah, 13.
Well, to be fair, it's been a while since I messaged him on time zones, but generally I would catch him in the morning, I want to say. Well, morning for me, and I'm trying to remember what time zone he was in. I think he was +8.
Well, since we were talking about ships earlier, here's a best ship or couple of the year rankings.
Well, that was a clean sweep.
And that looks like Dangers, Apothecary Diaries, and I can't tell what the third one is.
Freerin.
That's free
That's
run.
Fern and Stark.
Ah. 'Cause that is
That says nominees were top 5 characters from each of the seasons, including results for winter, spring, summer, fall. Total of 35,414 people voted in this character category for best boy and girl. Dangers in My Heart taking the win.
Second year in a row.
all right.
Couple had a sizable advantage over its closest followers, which were Freerin and Himmel and Fern and Stark from Freerin.
And they swept the best girl and best boy categories.
So Anna and
Anna
Kyotaro,
and Kyotaro.
then Freerin and Himmel, Fern and Stark, Mao Mao and Jinshi.
Yes.
No surprise.
Nope.
Momo and Okarun, I'm not surprised.
What is
I
that
wish I
from?
would tell you what shows these are from.
That was done to done. Kurumi and
Kurumi
Cheeto,
and
of
Cheeto,
course. Told you.
of course, Data.
Alisa
Alia
and
Masachika.
Masachika. Yeah, so main characters, of course.
Okay.
Akane, of course, Oshinoko there, Akane and Aqua. Amelia and Subaru's ReZero.
Yep.
Ana Yanami and Kazuhiko. Isn't that Losing Heroines?
I think it is.
Okay. Chinatsu Kano. I think that's Chinatsu, I believe, is I want to say it's Dangerous. It's the other couple.
And then you have
Oh,
Rudius and Silky.
no, Chinatsu. Uh, okay, I'm gonna have to look that one up. Then, of course, the Gray Rats. Kana
Kana.
Arima. Okay, so more Oshinoko. Rina. Okay, Gigi Harem, number 14. Yes. Yes. Okay, then Ranma 1/2, I'm assuming.
Same.
Ubu and Land is Freerin.
And yet again, Gray Rats. Java's reincarnation.
Something is Blue Box.
So I'm guessing Chinatsu is Blue Box.
Okay.
Mio and Shinji.
Mio Takamiya and Shinji Takamiya. I think that was
Was that
I
grandparents?
I know it. I know it. I know it. I know it. I just don't
Well,
remember what.
Lucy and Natsu.
So isn't that
Of
fairy tale?
course.
That is
Yes,
very
it is.
cool.
Darkness and Kazuma. How did that beat Megumin?
I don't get that. Oh, because season 3, you really got to see.
Oh.
Watching season 3, you really see a romance kind of develop or start between the two of them. So I think that's why that got a lot of build up.
Well, I was able to get 90% of the list.
You're able. I think you got 19 of 20. That's 95%.
I know my couples. What can I say? Best
They
female
have,
characters, of course.
and total of 41,430 people voted. Anna from Danger is taking the win.
Second yearly win, of course.
Followed by Kurumi from Data Live.
Mao Mao.
Mao Mao, Momo from Don to Don, Freerin and Fern from Freerin, and more.
I was gonna say I see Mama Momo. If they had a Mimi, I was gonna be like, okay, I'm done. Or a Mama, you know.
Thank you,
Mamma
Ross.
Mia.
Anna Yamada.
That was close. 885 to an 871.
That actually is close.
And Mamo at an 885. So you're looking at a 0.3 difference in the top 3.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Momo in
Momo,
4th.
of course. Dan to Dan. Freerin from Freerin.
Now, I'm curious, is there any predictions as to who you think is going to be on this list? I have not. Now, these are ones I have not seen. I don't know who's on these. I only looked at the first one.
Definitely the one from Gigi Harem. Why am I drawing a blank on her name? I just said it.
Fern from
Freerin, of course.
I'm going to be surprised if Ubel doesn't make this list.
Okay.
Because she still gets a lot of love. Granted, most people know her as the armpit lady, but
I was going to say Mao Mao being on this list makes me happy.
It doesn't surprise me because we've said many times that Mao Mao is a fantastic character.
I love Mao Mao.
I put Mao Mao in the same category as I put like Anya. I put
Maple,
Kuma Bear, the main character. They're not waifus. They're just ones that you want to be friends with and you want to protect because they're just like amazing characters.
Yep.
Ross, Yuki from what?
Alia is number 7.
Of course. Yanami. Yanami. I don't remember.
Yuki Suo.
Yuki. Yes, that was Alia again.
Ross is saying Sign of Affection.
Thank you.
So Yuki Suo.
Yuki Suo was the Masachika's sister.
And Akane Kurakawa.
Akane. I want to. Akane. Wasn't that Losing Heroines?
I think so. I think she was the blue-haired girl.
Kana Arima.
I don't remember. I feel like I should know. Chinatsu Kano. Hina.
Shono.
Okay.
There's Ubel. As it says, I was going to be surprised if she didn't make it.
Let's see.
I put Ubel in the same category as I put what's her name from My Hero, the villain there that's in the schoolgirl outfit that wants the blood.
Toga.
Toga. Like they're dangerously adorable.
But they're dangerous. But
But
they're
yeah,
adorable.
yeah, they're dangerous, but they're adorable.
All right. Who else? Sylphie. Yeah, I can see that.
Megaman.
Yay, Roxy.
Personally, I liked Roxy better than Sylphie, but that was just me.
I feel bad for Sarah. Ira Shiratori. I don't know who that is.
Darkness.
Yeah. Yay.
Hey, Megaman's higher than Darkness. As it should be.
So long as Aqua's not on there.
And Yuna.
Yuna Amagami. Wait, from the Amagami sisters? Really? Huh.
But we'll be honest that there's not like a lot of Ana Yanami was losing heroines because there she is.
Okay. And then of course Yuki.
I'm curious to see what this list is going to look like for 2025, considering the fact I've already seen so many posts about 100 girlfriends where out of the top 10, 7 or 8 of them are 100 girlfriends.
I think that was a troll post, but I could be wrong.
No, I think it was Anime Corner.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Was it Anime Corner or Anime Trending?
I wouldn't be surprised if both of you are telling the truth.
It might have been both, but they put the pictures up like this, and then they put the ranking as to how many weeks it's been at that spot, and an arrow if it's moved up or down.
I believe that's Anime Trending.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
They both. I think it was Anime Corner that did all the 100 girlfriends just for the heck of it.
But the ones I've been seeing, it's like, I think it was when it was 7 up there. The 3 that made it was Happy Marriage, Apothecary Diaries, and Toilet.
Yeah, I heard Toilet's gotten really good.
This season has been really interesting. Like some bombshells have dropped, and it's been really good. I can't wait to catch up on that and Apothecary Diaries tomorrow.
Yes.
Watch
Apothecary Diaries, and also watch Guild Receptionist.
I'm caught up on Guild.
Oh, so I'm the only one behind on Guild.
What did you think of episode 9?
Which was that the most recent one, or was that last week's?
That was this week's. Or 8. I know I watched at least one episode 9. Hold on, let me check, because that might be 8. I might have my numbers off. Yep.
This was the one that they ended a fight, right? I'll just say that. They ended a battle.
The end of the episode was the end of the episode was a celebration.
Yeah, I like a lot of what happened in this week's episode. I like the fact that the healer finally gained the confidence to be able to be effective to her. And I feel like she has so much more potential than she's let on. And I feel like that's just going to continue to grow with her.
I agree. I love her character.
I think that
but
it was nice to see the receptionist, and her name is like out of my mind right now. I can't remember her name, but
Alina.
Alina, she is more and more adorable every episode.
Agreed. But
Agreed.
let's look at the male characters with what time we have left.
And we got about 14 minutes left. If we run over, it's okay because my show, I can do it. So we will finish the male characters with the time we have left. Like I said, I have not seen any of these. I only looked at the main one for awards. So
this is just us.
it says total of 37,946 people. So less than the women. Doesn't surprise me. Best boy going to Kyotaro from Dangerous.
Yep.
Followed by
Followed
Ken
by-
Takamura from Dandadan and Sung Jin Woo from Solo Leveling.
And more.
Now I'm trying Stark. I'm going to take a guess. Say Stark is probably going to be on this list. Himmel is probably going to be on this list.
I hope.
Fruit.
I'm hoping Rudius is not on here.
I hope
but-
Jinchi is.
But I also hope what's his face from Gigi Harem is on there, and also who there was one other I was hoping. Yeah. Now, of course, Kyotaro is already on there, but oh, what's his name from London Sword?
All
Oh,
right.
the main character? Yeah.
Yes.
I don't remember his name.
As many plushies as Elfie had of him.
It's only going to be a matter of time before Darren has all the plushies, too.
I
To
can
go-
arrange that.
To go with his body pillows.
Pretty much.
Fourth, we have Shido Itsuka.
From Data Live.
And fifth, Natsuki Subaru. ReZero.
ReZero. Mm-hmm.
Ichigo Kurosaki.
From Bleach.
Tanjiro Kamado.
That's Demon
Demon
Slayer.
Yep.
Jinshi.
Okay.
Okay.
Aquamarine. Hoshino.
Of course, Oshinoko.
Masachika from Alia.
Yep.
Kafka Hinabo.
That's Kaiju 8.
Okay. Kiyotaka Ayanokoji, that's Classroom of the Elite.
Hakura Sakura.
Is it Hakara or Haruka?
Haruka.
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 Sorry, they reversed the U and the K in the names.
Haruka. I know the name. Sakura-kun. Oh wait, Haruka. Anagami sisters. Right?
Maybe. Unfortunately, when they show the images, they only do the top 10. MASH.
MASH.
Umadid.
Mashal, gotta love it.
Kazuhiko Nukumizu.
Kazuhiko, I forget.
There's Rudy.
Really? Oh, come on.
Oh,
he made it because he hooked.
Haruka Sakura is actually the main character from Windbreaker, the one everybody refers to as Othello.
Huh. My bad.
I had to look that one up because it was bothering me because I'm like, I know that name.
Hold on, Kazuhiko.
Will Serford. There's Wind.
Will, there we go.
There's Wisteria.
Yes. He deserves that. I'm sorry. He really did.
Yuta Asamura. Masamune Ukamura.
And Kazuhiko is too many losing heroines.
Too many losing heroines. Okay.
And Vital Velvet.
That's Demon Lord 2099 is Veltal Velvet Velfalt. And
Masamune.
yes, he refers to himself as that constantly. It's hilarious.
Okay, so I am surprised Stark and Himmel did not make the list.
Oh,
I'm
But
I'm
there's a lot of
legit
other good ones up there.
I'm legit surprised by a fair amount of these, including Kafka. Kafka was arguably not the best character.
Jinshi is definitely not a surprise that he was up there.
No. I mean, Tanjiro, really?
yeah, that's no.
Like,
I would put Masachika higher than Tanjiro.
Tanjiro
Same.
making the top 20, sure, fine, but I'm
Mm.
surprised he's that high.
So that was a fun way of going over some of the Anime Corners awards.
Make me actually think about what I watched previously.
I know
Yeah.
it makes you wonder. Okay, well we're in 2025. Are we going to see same categories? Are there going to be some different ones? Ross was asking about isekai. I think Crunchyroll has an isekai category.
There's too many isekai, but hey.
Say the same thing on just about every.
I know.
Yeah, as long as there's a fan base for it, they're going to continue to produce it, whether we like the genre or not.
I know. I can give you a hard time for liking isekai.
And I can give you a hard time for liking overrated shows, but skipping the most overrated one currently.
Exactly. And you're
Darren
even
loved I called you out on that earlier. I heard him laughing.
And
Mm-hmm.
I'm amused you're agreeing with me that Freeren's overrated.
I think, does it deserve the hype it's getting? I feel like it deserves the hype, but is it overrated? I think a lot of people would say so, but that falls into the same category as, okay, at the time, Attack on Titan was overrated, but it deserved the hype.
Absolutely.
And same thing with Demon Slayer, My Hero, SAO, a lot of other shows.
I would actually argue a lot of them did not necessarily deserve the amount of hype they got. That said, I enjoyed most of them.
And then there are shows out there that are really good that don't get any love at all.
Like I said, I'm surprised Windbreaker got that much recognition. I didn't realize that many people watched it.
I'm surprised Too Many Losing Heroines got that much. That's not a show I heard many people talking about.
Windbreaker's one I didn't hear a lot of people talking about either.
I heard more people talking about Windbreaker than I did Too Many Losing Heroines. And we even saw 2.5 Dimensional Seduction, make it to a couple of categories.
Mm-hmm. I was surprised Days with My Stepsister got as much attention as it did, personally.
And there's some commentary in the chat. Let's on one of those lists, let's be real, Itsumomi should have been number 1 on this list from Sign of Affection.
I think that was for the men.
Haruka is Sundere, and then Ross saying he just doesn't like award stuff. And you know what? I will actually largely agree. I enjoy seeing what they come up with, and I enjoy just having opinions and complaining about what gets nominated.
That and like I said, tonight was about fun. We all don't agree on the choices, and we all have said that there are a lot of great shows out there you will never find on one of these lists.
And we don't even agree with each other most of the time.
And I want to say for the record, I did not decide to do this because there was an award show on tonight. I had no clue there was an award show on tonight. I think Darren said something or Angela said something before we went live that there was one.
I did.
Darren did. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that was still going. Okay.
Yeah, the Academy Awards were
No, the Oscars.
yeah, that was recently.
No, that's tonight. I thought.
I thought it was last night.
I thought it was tonight.
I thought it was last night because there was an elite there because I was reading a news article that a very popular actor who I happen to really like just got his first
Nope.
Oscar.
Nope, it's tonight because they're doing lives right now.
Then something got leaked that shouldn't have.
Yep, NPR is updating it, and it was last updated 59 minutes ago.
Then something got leaked because Oppenheimer won something.
John Knight in the chat says that he watched 100 Girlfriends Season 2, Episode 5 dub, Zenshu Episode 8 dub, Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Episode 5 dub, and Guild Receptionist Episode 5 dub.
I'm actually watching all of those subtitled except 100 Girlfriends.
And I'm watching all of those subtitles except Zenshu.
I'm not watching Zenshu either. But I was going to say, and how is that turning out so far?
I'm really liking Zenshu. Highly recommend it. It definitely does not feel like an isekai.
Found an isekai Angela likes.
There's a couple of them. But this one is actually really, really, really well done.
Kind of like I would almost put Frieren lean it more towards shonen because it's definitely not isekai. Including the love that shonens get, but
I had Ross changing the subject to bring us out to take us away from anime and awards.
No.
How does everybody feel about the new Shrek trailer?
Haven't seen it.
Haven't
seen it.
The only movie trailer I've watched this year was the Minecraft movie trailer that dropped recently.
I haven't watched any.
The one I saw was How to Train Your Dragon.
And from what I saw in the Minecraft movie, it looks like it has a potential to be extremely stupid. But I think it's going to be stupidly funny. So almost like Adam Sandler-esque, like absolutely ridiculous, but you laugh at it because it's so stupid.
Adam Sandler is so hit or miss for me.
But you can agree there are times where the movie it may not be the greatest, but
when it hits, it is. I will actually say it's 50-50. When it hits hard. It is fantastic. The comedy is just, you don't stop laughing. For me, when it misses, the stupidity takes away from the comedy.
That's right. John Knight in the chat says daylight savings time is next Sunday. Spring ahead.
But on the topic, basically, I think I'm burning out on media. Like, I've said it before, where it feels like we're at a point where there's nothing original being made.
You really have to go out of your way to find something original.
And the Minecraft movie, just an update, drops on my birthday this year.
And like, we're getting so many remakes, so many reboots, and I'm just kind of done with that. Like, I saw something about a live action Snow White, and I'm like, how many of these have we had?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Not to pick on Disney, but
I will say a movie that I watched with my daughter and my wife, I think last weekend, The Wild Robot, that actually wasn't bad. I didn't watch the whole thing because I was sleeping. I woke up somewhere in the middle of it, but I got to see a good chunk of it, and it from what I saw, it seemed pretty good. But that sound says it's 10 o'clock. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I hope you all enjoyed the show. I know we're talking, went down the awards category, more to pick apart, how, did we agree? Did we not agree? We had a lot of interesting opinions on it. We saw some interesting stuff. Like I said, I like their lists because it's not just this is the winner or this is the nominees and you don't find out where anybody finished. And I like how they listed, in some cases, top 20. But until next week, when we all should be here, to my knowledge, I should be home at some point Sunday from New Jersey because I'm going to Jersey this week on the train. And we'll have more fun, craziness, excitement. Maybe Darren will have watched some anime by then.
Maybe.
Maybe I'll be caught up on stuff. Maybe
It's
Angela
probably,
will finally watch Freerun.
or maybe I can get her to watch some other stuff.
Like Vending Machine.
no.
I had to throw that in. We were good all show. I had to get something in there.
I'm aware.
At least I didn't go down the other route. So
don't worry. When she gets down here, I'm putting on DXD.
or Vending Machine.
Stop.
Until next time, I hope everybody has a wonderful week. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you again right here for more Anime-Zing Radio on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Have a great week, everyone.